I've taken a lot of notes here, but the example that you used with that professional hitter that you
Mhm.
work with, it sounds like his speed and power, his whip, that's going to be compromised because he doesn't have the base of positional awareness. He doesn't have the base of the movement capacity because of the tight hip flexors or the tight quad, whatever the case. But he doesn't have that base, so he's not going to have. It's hampering his. He may have it because he's a good athlete, but it's hampering his ability to maximize his speed and power and maximize that whip when he swings.
100%. And he feels it too. He feels like he's having to compensate. And athletes, I think a misconception is that athletes are these great movers. Athletes are really great compensators. Athletes know what the end result needs to be. And we are very good at figuring out a way to do that, even if it's not the most efficient way, even when we have an injury, even when we have something else going on. So, I think it's not a danger, but it makes it even harder sometimes to work with these athletes who are self-regulating and trying to figure out a way on their own. And all of a sudden now we're in a less than optimal position for power. But what I never wanted this mechanical development to be is that there is a perfect swing or an ideal swing and everything has to fall into these exact things. That's not human movement. That's not how hitters flow through their swing.
Right.
But there are certain questions that you can be asking yourself as a coach. Hey, does this athlete understand this position? Can this athlete move to that position? Like, how many times I've had hitters come in almost in tears that they're like, I just can't stop dropping my back shoulder. And it's due to them just having an issue with like another phase of their swing that is leading to them to dropping that shoulder, right? So how do we teach the hitter to coach themselves? How do we give them a hierarchy of like, all right, I know when I'm doing this, I need to go back and check these 2 or 3 drills.
So on the mechanical development side, where does each mechanic fall into the four whatever shape rectangles, whatever? Yeah, where does each
Trapezoid.
yeah, where does each, is it, yeah, okay, where's each mechanic, like torque, for example, or getting on plane? Well, we know where getting on
So
plane is, but
so
like
ready. So
torque,
in positional
you know,
awareness will be
timing
more
step, yeah.
drills that are there's pauses involved. You might not be hitting a ball.
Hmm.
You're holding certain positions. We're holding the load position. We're holding a coil position. It's less hitting a ball, and it's
Hmm.
going through a lot of those swings slowly with your top hand and your bottom hand. Um, Movement capacity is the isometric movement. So like I'm going slow through my regular swing, then I'm coming back fast to an extension hold. I'm going slow through this particular movement pattern, then I'm coming back fast through a contact hold. Whatever that may be and look like, you have definitely more movement in the movement capacity, but positional awareness is very like, okay, I'm holding this position, I'm holding isometrically in this load. And sometimes too, as a coach, especially because I got exposed to this on the strength and conditioning end, I have the hitter go ahead and hold the load or the launch position, right? Heel down. And I ask them, where do you feel this? And they're like, well, I feel this a ton right on the top of my knee. I'm like,
Mm.
okay, so your hip's not activated at all. And so we put them barefoot. We get them out of their shoes. Where do we feel it now? We're getting a little bit more in our posterior chain, a little bit more in our backside. I have hitters too who can't stay on plane with the ball. They come in the zone, out of the zone super quickly. So I slow things down. We get them into a contact position where they're connected. It's causing them to lengthen their QL, lengthen their lat on their front side. And I have them hold there. I say, what do you feel? And they're like, this hurts my back. I'm actually getting some back pain. And so we come out of it. And it's no wonder, again, why the body didn't let them stay on plane. The body's not allowing them to get in that position. We need to actually take an even further step back. Now we have a pain trigger, right? So it's really valuable, I think, sometimes to just get athletes very slowly into those positions and see, okay, your warm-up drills are probably not with a bat in your hand. Your warm-up drills might look very different with some plank variations or hip variations, whatever the cause of that pain might be.
Yeah.